Hello everyone, my name is Sunny. Welcome to my channel. Today I would like to bring to you an art talk episode, the first one of the series. So I would like to bring to you this series art talk as a means of sharing among friends who have same passions in creative career. I aim to be an independent artist in the future, and I would like to share my experiences, my perspective, just as much as advice, if there is any, on the way to anyone who would like to listen. And I would like this to be a very casual kind of style of talking to everyone. And I hope that you will feel comfortable with this kind of talk. So just enjoy yourself. Just find a cup of coffee, cup of tea, sit down, relax, and let's talk about things. Today, this episode, I want to share with you my experiences with the art market. There will be three main points. The first one will be Vietnamese market. It's pro and cons. It's in positive side and negative side. The second one would be the international art market. And the last one would be my conclusions on my career, my path, where I am now, and what I want to do in the future. Just as I will have some small advice for everyone who want to start in this creative career. Okay, so let's get into it. The first one would be the Vietnamese market. So the positive side of Vietnamese market is that it's a very young market. I will have to tell you briefly about my career so far. So I started receiving freelance work in graphic design from 2016 when I graduated my university. So I work in a school for very small kids, and I work as a teacher assistant. At the same time, I work as a graphic designer for the company, for the school. So it really kind of built me up my passion for creative career ever since. I start using Adobe InDesign and Illustrator. I self-taught, and I study through many YouTube videos ever since to work. And I start to have experiences with printing and printing material ever since. Next is that I actually worked for around 1 year in a media company as their storyboard designer, and I draw storyboard for their YouTube video. Mainly the material is for kids again, and the work was very hard. I must admit, now that I look back at it, I don't think I can join it again. But yeah, there's always work in the company, and the constant flow of work is very crazy. They pay pretty decently, I think, compared to my previous jobs. And I think these two are the most significant. One at the beginning of my career, the second one is in the middle somewhere. And I never worked full-time job in any place longer. Later on, I did work in some agency as well, and got to experience it, a bit of the race among the competitive people inside the agency. So let's get back to the positive side of the market in Vietnam. The market is young. It's just blown up for the last 10 years. And so the constant flood of new jobs every day is just crazy. You never gonna be out of choices. You never be gonna be out of like jobs for you to apply. Because of this, if you want to train yourself in a competitive environment, Vietnamese market is definitely one. I think it's a good experience that I've been through for the last 8 years. I have to deal with many difficulties, many obstacles, and at the same time, I've learned a lot. And that is very great. So if you want to start, you want to train yourself if you are young, especially if you are young. If you start from a very early stage, then dabble in the market is really going to train you well and give you a much brighter future than where I am right now, because I start pretty late, admittedly. But then the negative side to the art market in Vietnam. Oh wait, I have one more thing very positive about Vietnamese market is because it's young, so the variety of jobs just as much as the variety of skill set that they require you to have on the market is very great. So it starts from very basic, from zero. You might not have any experiences in the career that you want. They're gonna train you. There will be jobs that they receive you and they're gonna train you. And there are many like that. To the higher one, to the one that require you to have experiences and pay way better as well. So yeah, the variety is great, just great, and there are many choices. But at the same time, to the negative side is first the kind of jobs that you might want to be totally creative, to be in control of your creativity and to have very many creative input into the jobs. They are not plenty. They are for the most the best kind people who are in the market for their skill set and for their experiences. So yeah, it's very difficult. The second thing is the kind of jobs that you will probably gonna set yourself for at the beginning, like very repetitive kind of jobs, desk job, and require your skill to be very basic, very much like copy paste at the beginning. They are the most common one on the market. And yeah, that comes to the part about payment. So though there are many jobs out there in the market in Vietnam, the payment is pretty cheap compared to the international payments, like the basic amount of that they're gonna pay you internationally. Or at least in other market, more advanced one, maybe perhaps in growing country like in Vietnam, there will still be countries that have the same kind of market like in Vietnam as well. That's just what I want to say. But yeah, so the payment is not high enough, and the kind of jobs that you're going to receive are usually the kind of repetitive and doesn't require that much of the creative input from your side. And I must say, it wouldn't be satisfied if you truly looking to be creative in your work, looking to be in control of your job, and have all kind of great input into the job itself. Does that make sense? So yeah. And another negative side to it when it comes to why you're going to receive very low payment is the respect for the creative careers in Vietnam is pretty low. So because we are still very new, so customer concept about creative career just as much as a whole market about understanding and respect for creative jobs is still very new, and so is somewhere it goes with a lot of stigma as well for artists and for people who do creative jobs as well. Many stigma that I would like to talk about in my next video, and it's gonna be a whole nother episode. But yeah, people usually don't give too much care or respect toward creative career in Vietnam currently. At least on how I observe it, it's not enough. The payment is low for one thing. The way that the customer reach out to you for a job and how they work with you as well, the way that they connect to you, the way they socialize with you, show certain, I must say at many times, disrespect. And I don't say that I haven't met any great customer where they treat me nicely and respectfully and pay me well. I did meet them, but not many, and they are not the common number. They're not the common ones, sadly. I think this mainly because of the stigma that go with the creative career in Vietnam, and as much because it's still very new. So the fact that people haven't got a really great understanding nor sympathy for people who work in creative career is not high, is understandable. And so most of the time I try to understand for my customer, lack of understanding just as much as lack of respect as well. But I think this is one thing that we can work on together as creative people, to set out boundaries just as much as set out standards for our own customers, so that they understand for us, and at the same time they understand, to set a better standard for the whole art market, and so give us more values in our work as well. Okay, so that's just the negative side of the art market in Vietnam. I'm sorry, been talking for like half an hour because I have another video filmed before this in Vietnamese. And yeah, next one would be a shorter part, that is international art market. So I haven't got that many customer overseas, and I haven't dabbled in international market for that long, even though I did search and I do want to open my market to international scale as well, just like everyone. I think so. So I've tried Upwork, I tried Fiverr, I've tried Redbubble and Society6 in print. I've tried searching for jobs everywhere, posting my stuff on Behance, Instagram, ArtStation. It's a very crazy market, like a very big one. So the first positive thing about art market overseas is that I think I've met more nice and understanding customer overseas than in the market in Vietnam. I think mainly because overseas market, especially from European countries, Northern European countries, or US, is that they have a better understanding about how creative work's gonna be like, and the way that they work are more professional, because with them they have been working with such career for a long time, so they have a basic understanding of how things work. And so you likely to meet customer who will understand for your job better than in Vietnam market, which is very new. Secondly, the variety of work out there is really great as well, and you can actually, if you go on Fiverr, you can even offer your own set of skill to other customer, and this is way more active and kind of nice. Actually, I think it's a very nice idea. I never really completely try on Fiverr. I know about it, I've been looking through it, but I've never really tried offering my skill up there. Okay, so I try Upwork, and I think that you can find many kind of great variety of work up there as well, but the chance for you to apply and successfully apply for one job is very difficult, especially if you don't have much to invest in from the beginning, and if you don't have enough patience. So I tried Upwork for a year, and now I think that it's not so fruitful. So one positive thing about this is that international market has now developed to the point that they have many kind of platforms for artists, for creative people alike, and to connect between artists, creative people to their customer way easier than the market in my country. And it's more professional as well. Especially if you work on Upwork, you will know that they have certain rules and requirements that are pretty strict as well. And they do help you in paying taxes in your country, which is like, I think, really a plus point, because I'm really dumb about taxes. And it's not an easy thing to know how much you're gonna pay for your tax. So yeah, there are many platforms that work out those things for you, and help you reach your customer way better and easier. Next would be Redbubble and Society6 and Imprint and etc. alike to them. So I've worked on them for like some years. I constantly upload my work for like around a year, and up to 100 artwork of mine is on Redbubble, until I realized that it doesn't work well, and the amount of money that you receive back from the website each time that you sell a product is very low. So it creates this controversy. Until now, artists are still arguing about whether it's a good choice to go on Redbubble and Society6 or not. And yeah, some even call it a scam. And this is the first negative side I want to mention about international market, is that you're way easier to meet scammer of all kind and method. And it's very easy. If you have your portfolio on Instagram for one instance, and you see someone book you for commission, 9 out of 10 times, at least with me and my friends, it's gonna be a scam. Especially if you're not well known, you're not renowned in the art market, then the chance for you to meet a scammer is really likely. Okay, so that is my thinking about the Vietnamese market and international market so far on creative career. So what is my conclusion to all of this? What is my decisions on my career path? What do I want to do? So after 8 years working as a freelancer and jumping jobs to jobs, I realized what I truly want to do, and it's been a long journey. Let that sink in. 8 years, that's long. And I remember desiring to be an independent artist ever since 2012, when I started going to my university, which has nothing to do with my creative career right now, except for the fact that I can speak English to a certain extent right now to you. Is because I study in my university. But other than that, it didn't really have anything to do with my art career. And I think I've really regretted not starting my art career earlier. And I've wasted a lot of time on my mental health issue, on many struggles and obstacles that I could easily pick myself up if only I have known someone, a guide, a tutor, who have told me about all this thing. So yeah, that is one of my aim for this channel, is to, gather a community of artists and creative people alike who can relate to my content, and together we can support one another. We could share information like this very casually, like friends, and support each other through many means and connect with one another. One of the things that I realized when I work in Vietnamese market is how many kind artists that I know. They're really kind-hearted, they're really nice people and very creative people, but they are very disconnected from one another. They have same passion, they share same desire, and they are all very kind and creative people, but they just keep things to themselves and never really try to connect out there. which is a very sad thing, because I think we could definitely build a better market that support us, that set higher standard for us, and avoid scammer, avoid kind of bad customer if we connect to each other and if we work with one another more constantly. And that's where my channel gonna stand, is that I want to build my own community where we share and support one another, where we casually talk about this serious topic and maybe find some advice for each other. So one of my advice today for anyone who just start their career and anyone who maybe started slow and late like me, I'm in my 30, and maybe you start from 40, 50 or even older, please strive for it and just work on it from now, from this moment. Just write down your plan right now, work on it with all your heart and all your might, and just start it. Don't think about anything else. Trust yourself. And if you want to, build your career better, you need to connect to others. You need to tell people. You need to market yourself. You need to tell people why people need to buy your art, why people need to know about you. You need to bring your values to the world through expressing yourself, through connecting to other people. And I mean it genuinely. You don't need to connect to people and try to act really nicely and elegantly in the crowd, or you have to have certain kind of air or aura. No, I mean connect to other people genuinely, who you can relate to, who you feel like you can be friends with, who you trust. Start from there. But first, trust yourself, trust your skill, trust your passion, and work from then on. Okay, so I think that's it for today. I really thank you if you have listened so far to this point of the video. And if you like my content, which I will have a lot of updates in near future, maybe just one more week or few more weeks, one more month, I will have new content constantly updated for you. So I hope that you're gonna like and look forward to all my content in the future. If you like my content so far, if you want to support me for my future projects, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate every little comment and every little support so far on the channel. And I hope to see you in my next videos. Thank you. Bye.